How una dey, my beautiful and amazing people? I salute you according to na time, or depending on where na time that they listen to us. I welcome you to this beautiful day with another obongelicious information, my people. Now, well done. My people, now welcome. Una dey hear wetin we dey hear. Wonder shall never end. The fear of 2020, 24th of November don't start again. I was thinking the fear had left them as they did all they did during the first 10th of November. You know, at 10th of November, when the case was adjourned to 24th, it was like 24th we never reach. But now 24th is just few days from now. And Yul Edochie is panicking. According to information where they reach our cabal, they say you is not very happy over everything. In fact, it's as if whenever any court case is closed, the thing will be happening to him. He will be regretting all his life, regretting everything, because the thing is bringing the reality to him that this is actually, I'm losing this woman. So the whole thing is filling his head every time. Anytime you see that, at that time, you will also notice that anytime the court case is coming close, you will be reacting somehow. He will not be reacting fine. He will not be okay. Sometimes, if it's when he was still with Judy, they'll come to social media and be dancing. You know, they'll be showing their shenanigans on social media. And that's what we call reverse psychology. They'll just be, trying to prove a point that they are not afraid. And thereby showing those who understand that fear don't grip them so much and they are really afraid. And you know that since the 100 million, Judy has been confirmed guilty of adultery and Queen May charged 100 million. You can also agree with us that a lot of things has happened because the 100 million, if 100 million is sustained by the court, it's going to be a very serious issue to Yul Edochie because he is the one that will pay. Judy is not doing anything. And Judy already has been with him for 3 years. So it will not look good that he will be in the same house with Judy and he will ask Judy to pay the 100 million or pay the all and will not struggle to get away to find the solution to the way that the money should be paid. Also, he's not sure that at the end of the day, because a lot of things are involved in the adultery, in the polygamy, there is adultery confirmed because Judy pledged that she knows Yul and has already known. They already had a kid. And also Yul accepted Sadike as the product of their kid making. That is adultery. So the court will not just discharge the marriage and without saying anything about the adultery, which is a criminal case against the marriage, since there is a confirmation of the adultery. So a lot of things are involved in it. So the thing is Yul Edochie has been, meditating on most of this thing and discovered that it's not going to be easy for him at all. It's not going to be easy for him for this court, for this divorce. It's not what people think, Everybody is happy that Queen May is going to be divorced. Queen May is going to divorce Yul. But nobody understands Yul's own stand, that he's going to lose everything. Everything he has worked for all his early year. All the first achievement he thinks he has made. Everything that used to be his pride, both the family, the marriage, the wife, the properties, everything that used to be his pride is what he's going to lose. And it's a very painful thing to him. But unfortunately, many people don't understand that. So that's why you see him misbehaving every time you see the court case is at hand. You see you behaving somehow and everything. And it has also started. Today is 19th of November. And the 24th is just at hand, 5 days from now. And Yul Edochie is trying to remember with deep pain in his heart that on that day, if all things being equal, he's going to lose everything that he has been his pride before. So they say one of his friends from Lagos called Yul Edochie trying to find out when he will be around for the court case so that they can cheer him up, because even his friends knows that he had lost all. So whenever he comes around, everybody tries to be around him and tries to make him happy, They treat him like a man who lost the wife, and actually he lost because even though he didn't lose to death, he had lost to his stupidity and foolishness. He lost her to his will I call it her to his adulterous life and inconsistency or betrayal, or yeah, to his uh, unfaithfulness to the marriage. He actually lost Pime, and it's a very painful thing to him. It's like the way I look at Yul reacting these days or recently. I feel that maybe Yul was thinking that in a game Pime was playing before, saying, I don't want to marry you again, I'm going to court. Maybe he thinks that all this while that Pime had gone to court, that Pime was playing games. Maybe that's what he thinks. But he didn't know that that lady does not play games. She's very serious and is not happy. He should understand that he really offended the woman. But for him to feel that the woman you offended is playing game is what is surprising me. So he said his friend called him and tried to find out when he's crossing over, because they are telling him to come over earlier so that they can cheer him up, they can go out, they can club up, enjoy themselves. There's nothing in this life. Instead of him to be mourning, he should just come around, let them, cheer him up, club up, and do some things. At least they have so much time to enjoy themselves. But Yul was so sober about it this time around. Even to the surprise of his friends, he was so sober. And the guy was asking him, like, you know, Chigozie was asking him, what is the problem? Why are you so sober? Why? Odogu, what's the issue? You told him that it's as if his whole world is going to end. It's as if his whole world is about to collapse. It's as if the little faith he had is going to lose out of him. It's as if the little hope in him is going off. It's as if he's being left alone, that he doesn't understand how he's feeling. In fact, he doesn't feel like coming to Lagos. He doesn't feel like attending the court case, but it is necessary that he attended. But he doesn't feel that to come because he's not happy, because he's feeling empty, because he's feeling lost, because he's feeling cheated, because he's feeling beaten. They say there is nothing this guy didn't tell them. He said he's feeling beaten by Premier. He's feeling cheated. He's feeling used and dumped. He's feeling messed up. He's feeling, in fact, that he can't forgive himself. With the whole thing is going to his heart. That he has never faced the reality of time the way he's facing it now. That it is done on him that he messed up. And he doesn't know how to remedy it. He said that he's now ashamed of himself, that he doesn't understand what to do. They said the friends were very surprised and shocked. I like when they tell me, I just cut in and tell my Tori person, I said, please, this is emotional blackmail. He's just trying to find a way that this information will spread around and people will start pitying him and say, Chai, the guy is really in pain. Chai, the guy is really this. When he was opening and scrutinizing Judy Austin's Bekus, when he was browsing the Bekus up and down, turning Judy front and back, remember saying one day he will feel empty, one day he will feel used and dumped, one day he will feel this and that, or whatever he's feeling. There are things I don't like hearing sometimes, because I see it as this guy is just trying to see, you are just trying to find talk. And that's exactly what Yul is doing. He's trying to find talk because I don't think he meant whatever he's saying. Anything anybody sees him do is not real. I don't think he meant it. You know why? Because he has never shown any remorse, especially when Kamble by here. If he's a human being, he would have shown it. That's where I tell you, he is not a human being. Whatever he feels or whatever he's doing, he doesn't mean it. So nobody should allow his forms, his shenanigans to, to confuse them or to deceive them rather, because he's not a real person. He's not a good person. He's not real at all. He's not. I'm just telling you. I beat my chest and tell you that Yul Edochie is not real. He's just playing games. And as long as he plays games, That's why things are not working out very well for him. Because how can you be playing games and expect things to work out well for you? That is it. How can you be playing games and expect things to change? How can you be playing games and expect normalcy to return in any situation? That's why he played game with Judy Austin, leaving Queen May, thinking that anyhow, Queen May will never leave. Queen May loves him so much and had brought everything. The investment Queen May had made in his life, she can't leave. She can't leave it and go, because in his brain he thought that Queen May will leave everything that Queen May had brought and go. He doesn't know that Queen May will try to do something. He thought that Queen May will leave it and go. That was all he thought. How can Queen May just abandon all this investment and go? She will not. So as such, she's not going anywhere. Don't worry. Let me enjoy my life. No matter what happened, she will still be with me. That was what deceived him. And before he could wake up from that, his sleep, because it was really sleeping. Before he could wake up from that, his shenanigan, Queen May had already left. And the worst of it all is that he thought that, okay, if she leaves, I will benefit from it. Queen May left and left with all those things he thought that Queen May will leave for him. And that becomes a problem. That becomes like now, he's just starting life afresh. Judy, he doesn't have. He has taken the bull by the horn by leaving Judy. Judy, he doesn't have. Queen May, he doesn't have. His kids, he doesn't have. Nothing. He's just like a new person, a fresh person, starting life anew. But one thing that I'm saying is that in their own village, in his tradition, by now, there are people like him also at his age who have not married. He can just figure that he's now in the second phase of his life and try to make this second phase of his life better than the first phase of his life. That's what I think he should do. He should try and make this second phase of his life better than the first, because he has understood that he is the mistake. He made a lot of mistakes. So if he wants to remain in his mistake and buy, that is his business. But all this is shenanigan behavior is bringing in another way, trying to form that he's losing all. He has done this thing. Well, I think Lizzie Gold is consoling him. Lizzie Gold is always, if you look at the video he made with Lizzie Gold, where Lizzie Gold is calling him Odogu, you will actually see the love in Lizzie Gold. So you actually see how Lizzie Gold is blushing before him, knowing fully well that something is going on. Like I told people that no matter what you think, somebody told me that Yul and Lizzie are not doing anything. Rather, they were editing Olaga movie inside the hotel, because when they stayed in Afroview Hotel in that room staying in one room, I think 405 that they stayed for over 3 months, two of them consistently staying in that room, whether something is coming out or not. They were there. So when they were there, I was telling people that these guys are bonding. Yul wants to start a new relationship. Yul and this lady, they are not just playing games. They are beginning something. They are bonding. They are finding out something. The person said no. They are editing Olaga. I know they are not editing Olaga. I mean, are they? Yes, this God is a producer. Yul is a director. But whatever, they are not editing anything. They were just enjoying themselves, Kerewa, and trying to bond together. And I know by now they must have agreed, and they must have had a prenuptial or pre-friendship agreement that they will be doing movie together, because now they do one and post in Lizzie's own, they do another one and post in Yul Edochie's page. They would just be rotating it like that until when they see where they are going. And I believe personally that if things continue the way it is now, they will go far, and Judy is the one that lost. But in everything, Yul Edochie should know that Queen May is no longer for him, and he shouldn't be blackmailing everybody by feeling as if he's missing Queen May. If you ask me, I will tell you the gospel truth. Yul Edochie does not miss anybody, and if Lizzie Gold is not careful, he will still dump Lizzie the way he dumped Judy. You know why? Not because he dumps women, no, because he was dumped by a woman, which is Queen May. Any man you see that a woman dumped doesn't take time to dump another woman. And it is very, very careful. It is very, very like that. So when you see a man that is dumped by a woman and he felt bad for being dumped, if you are going into relationship with him, you need to be very careful. You know why? Because he's still having the pain of being dumped. So, and he feels you can dump him again tomorrow. So he will like to act first. And that is a defense way of acting. He can like to act first, so that it would be that he also made the mistake of being dumped again. So that's why I look at it that if Lizzie is not careful, if he carries himself or herself, and if he carries herself and went into Yul Edochie to be a friend or whatever you call it, Yul is going to dump her seriously. So that's why she has to know, put it down on black and white what she's doing with you. If it is a business partner they are doing, if it is skit they are doing, let them write it down. They can carry what, two people can come around and carry one and continue what they're doing without doing anything. But if they are actually, going to come out with something that in the relation, they should also write it so that nobody loses tomorrow. Two of them will, be, two of them will represent themselves, two of them will watch the back of themselves. You understand? So why am I saying about Lizzie now is because Yul feeling bad that he has lost everything. I feel that it's because he sees that everything has slipped off his hand. But when we were trying to encourage him that time to leave whatever nonsense he's doing with Judy Austin and go to his family and take care of his kids, even if your wife says he's not going to marry again, make sure you don't abandon your kids. Make sure you don't leave them. But every day, all we see on social media is you, the same Yul Edochie, claiming this thing, dragging his wife, dragging his kids, dragging his children, dragging everybody, leaving the main thing he should do and be dragging them. If he had not dragged them on social media at that time, I don't think this thing, even if the wife has already filed divorce, it wouldn't have been like this. But it was the way he was dragging the wife, dragging the kids, dragging everybody that even got people angry, very angry. In fact, Yul messed up, Sha. Now Yul caused the whole of this thing. He really messed up big time. Now be the thing. So my people, they say Yul Edochie is telling a friend that he doesn't even know whether he will come and attend this court case. In fact, he wants to just find out from his lawyer what will be the consequence because he doesn't want to come out. That he's now feeling ashamed, unlike before. He doesn't want to stand in a court and they tell him that a woman has won everything and he will walk out of that courtroom without anything, empty handed, in shame and in pain, losing the woman, losing the kids, losing everything. That is not, it doesn't make sense. And now, yes, he may be seeing his kids, but under condition because there were allegations against him that, that the life of those kids are under threat with him. So there are those things that are making him angry. You can't even feel free to see your kids without anybody. Whatever you're doing with them will be monitored. You can't even see your kids in your just free. You don't have an unfettered access to your kids. Before you see them, something need to be happened. Something you will not be denied, but somebody need to be there. What kind of thing is this? Meaning that they are now suspecting you of harming your kids, your own kids. You see, there are so many things about this thing that can cause trauma in the life of a man. And that is what Yul Edochie had caused to himself. Because when these things were happening, he didn't know. People were picking it up. Women was complaining. He was following Judy up and down, following Judy right, left, right, and center, following everything that Judy said. And now, all those things that Judy did with him has failed. I was telling person that time, say, you see this fantastic charm that Judy is using to hold you. I said, when he go fail, all these nonsense charms, these small ones, when they fail like this, then they put the person to deeper disgrace than the one self he would have been if he had not gone into this fantastic charm. And I know the another person that will be so much disgrace in this whole thing will be Judy, because nobody's even talking about it. Now Yul had left her. How will she pay the 100 million? That's another thing. Because the court case coming up now is she's shaking all of them. They are in very deep trouble. They are in very big pain because they don't know which way to go. They don't know whether they go front or whether they go back or whether they go left or whether they go right. Because when we are crying here, Niger celebrities among them, we were crying and crying that time. I cried from Niger Celebrity G Studio. I was crying and was telling Judy, this is not the way. Judy fans were touting us. They were dragging us. They were trolling us as if we don't know what we are doing. But right now, they have pushed Judy and pushed Judy into grief. They have pushed Judy and pushed Judy into pit. None of them, they are around now to save Judy. They don't they go one by one. They don't they miss out from Judy. They are no longer even in her page. They don't even know where Yul Edochie and Judy they now. They don't know how the thing is affecting them. But at that time, they were clapping and hailing them and say, go on, you're okay. You are the best of lovers. You're okay. They were just clapping and shouting. If your husband cannot love you the way Yul is loved, if your wife cannot hype you the way Judy hypes Judy, hype you don't have a wife. You know, those kind of rubbish and these things that we are saying, all those things, all those times on social media. But now, the reality has faced all of them. They are now facing the reality. All those people that were hyping them are no longer around, and that is it. Reality has shown them that you don't to do that and go free. My people no be smart, Yul is feeling so bad, so painful to go to the court because he knows what the court will be. He knows what the outcome will be already. He has lost. Child, God I beg you. God I beg you. You see a whole Yul, Ezedike one of Nteje. Ezedike one of Nteje. Isi mmiri ji ọfọ. Ọkala mmadụ ọkala mmụọ. Alụsị na-eje ụka. Child, the thing is hooking him now. That's one thing that gives me joy because this is what they thought would have happened to our royal Queen May. They thought that Queen May would have been in the state they are now. But God turned it around. All the evil they did against that woman, God turned it for good. And the thing is hitting them one by one. They can't even explain what is happening to them. Yeah, that's it. Because sometimes when you are dealing with somebody, no matter who the person is, even if you think the person doesn't have anybody, even if you think you are higher than the person, when you are dealing a human being that has flesh and blood, know that that human being can have a connection you don't know. That human being can get a sympathy that may hurt you all the rest of your life. Every human being should be treated equal. Every human being should be treated equal. My people no be small thing. I saw the gist reach at table. I say make a touch light and water. Like and share this video and God will bless you. Make una have a nice day. Bye.